name is Wilmer.
Oh yeah.
Yes, he's my absolute best friend in the whole world, who I happen to be really attracted to.
That's a great thing to
Yeah,
be.
it's a
Yeah, good combo, the best friend and good looking.
You can take your words and all your lies. I really don't care. Even if the stars and moon collide, I never want you back into my life.
This is cool. This is from 8 weeks ago, but this was the only photo that I could find that you were kind of in the studio. And I'm just wondering, is that a reality? Have you been in the studio and we just haven't seen it? Like, what's going on with that?
I haven't been in the studio that much. I have been in the studio, but here I was actually in the studio for something else.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
That was me on a Twitter chat, but at that moment I was in the studio not singing. Yeah.
This video was really cool. You shot it during Pride, like in LA, like what the whole thing was actually going on, right? I kind of want to know just, how that whole experience went down and why you decided to do that song in that scenario.
So I wanted to, the song originally was about a breakup. And
Okay.
it just has this negative energy with it when it's a breakup song. And that's not really what I'm about or who I am. And so, I mean, occasionally, like whatever, I get it out in song. But I wanted it to have a positive message. So the best way that I could think of it was like, well, LA Pride is coming up. What better way to perform this song than to perform it in front of and with thousands of people who don't care what people think.
This is awesome, and your caption is awesome. Travis motherfucking Barker in the house. That guy was like, he was like my idol. Like I was never like wanted to be a drummer, but I was like, man, this guy's just so cool.
No, he makes me want to like get better at the drum.
Yeah, totally. Were you a big Blink fan when you were a kid?
I wasn't like a diehard Blink fan.
Okay.
But yeah, I know a ton of their songs, and they're like classic
Well, because I
songs
heard
that
you guys were playing like during your meet and greet.
I
You've
play
got
them during
Blink
every
songs.
meet and greet. Yeah, I mean, part of it's like me still being stoked that I got to play drums with them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do play them at every meet and greet. It's like an awesome throwback, kind of, even though it wasn't that long ago.
Yeah.
But it's just like feel good music.
And how did he come a part of the show? Like, was he just hanging around that
Well,
day?
I asked him.
Hey,
if
you're
he
good at
would-
drums.
We had a mutual friend, so I asked him if he'd do the music video, and so he did the music video.
Right, I saw him in there.
And then I invited him to the show, and I thought, Wilmer was actually like, why don't you have him play? And I was like, oh yeah, that'd be amazing. So he came on and he played, and he's just such a rad guy. Like he's really, really sweet. Didn't have to do that, but he did, and he's awesome.
And Joe Jonas, of course, is the homie, so he came out too.
Yes. Joe Jonas came out.
Yes.
That was Wilmer's idea too. Yeah,
What is he,
was.
like a mastermind now?
No, he is pretty genius. He was like, you should shave the side of your head. I was
Yeah.
like, oh my God, you're the best ever. Because most guys are like, don't cut your hair.
Yeah, I know.
He's like, shave your head. I'm like, okay.
That's wicked. This is really cool. I just saw that you guys posted this up on your YouTube. This is just like a short little clip of it.
And I'm so excited to fill you in about my journey on the mental health listening and engagement tour.
But I kind of wanted to know, like, why this was like so important for you to be speaking out about mental health.
Mental health is something that nobody talks about, especially in America. And with so many people talking about healthcare, I think it's a common mistake that people forget about mental health care, whether it's substance abuse, eating disorders, self-harm, which is another thing that nobody wants to talk about. 1 in 4 people suffer from a mental illness. So it's something that we can't ignore anymore. I'm bipolar, and I've struggled from other things like eating disorder and substance abuse and whatnot. And so for me, I feel like if I can use my voice for something other than singing, I'm gonna do it.
I guess on a final note, I think it's the spreading awareness is really cool, and that gets people talking about it. But I think there's a lot of like young kids who just like don't know what the first step is. You know,
Right.
they're like, okay, so I've watched this video and Demi's telling me that I should, feel comfortable talking about it. But like, what do they do next?
They talk to somebody.
Yeah.
So whether it's their parents, if they don't have a good relationship with their parents and they're too afraid, there's guidance counselors at every school. You can go and talk to them and ask them what to do. But I really encourage them to talk to their parents. That way that you can take it to a psychiatrist or a therapist or whatever that you believe in and whatever your parents believe in. Some people don't believe in medication. For me, it stabled me. And so, yeah, it's like you can take it somewhere. It just has to be spoken about.
Okay, cool. Very cool. We have to take a selfie because that's
Okay,
how
let's do it.
this was called No Filter. That's our sexy name for this interview.
Got it.